Geek Cross. Hi, my name is Anna.
And I'm Peyton.
And today, what are we doing today?
Today, we are back with more requested reactions, and we will be combining two of our favorite things.
So today, we will be watching two covers that Stray Kids did of 2PM songs. So the first one we'll be watching is when they covered Hands Up, and we'll be watching like the full stage version of it. And then the second one we'll be watching is when they covered Again and Again on Immortal songs. Disclaimer, unlike our entire Stray Kids series, I've seen parts of these covers before, and Peyton has not seen any of them, ever.
Second disclaimer, unlike our reactions to music videos and songs and dances when it is strictly their original pieces, we may not have as many comments as we usually do since these are covers and we do know the original versions very, very well. So these videos might be a little shorter than usual, but it'll be fun. Let's go. This is Hands Up.
They changed it, right?
Thank you.
Sorry.
I love this song. This is the most choreographed this song has ever looked on stage.
Right, yeah, they totally changed the style.
They actually have a dance to it. This is usually just like,
oh, just like, ooh. Oh, now it's getting like closer to the more.
I love it.
Oh. This is just like very so much intense angry for Hands Up.
Right? Because usually it's like a party. Oh, I saw that hands through your hair, Hyunjin.
Oh. Wait, that's
Is that
so cute.
Innie?
Oh.
That's the original choreo. I can't get over this like choreographed chorus.
I know. I'm not used to it. It's really interesting to see though. What song were they promoting at this time?
This October 2019 or something?
I
don't know.
Double? Is it Double Knot?
Oh my gosh, you know what part they left out? Actually, I'll tell you later.
What? Tell me
It's
later.
like it's not lower energy, but it's definitely not as like,
because it's grounded with like
it's
the heavy
it's not
bass.
like,
Yeah.
That was so interesting.
Hello. So unlike our usual commentary sections, I'm going first because I have to confess that I actually have seen most of this before. It was on accident, okay? It was on accident. It was when you told me to listen to all the Stray Kids albums before the Backdoor comeback, and I took some liberties and also watched a lot of their content. But anyway.
I feel like that gif where it's the little cat, like...
Obviously, it's super different. And it like is similar to the song that they're promoting at the time, which was Double Knot, which is like more grounded and heavier, and like they made it their own style, but it's just because it's so different from the Hands Up that we know, that not that it wasn't good, because like obviously it was, but it's just so jarring. But like I was saying at the end of the video, the biggest factor contributing to that feeling is like the bass that's really low makes it grounded, so you don't feel like you can do like the jumping hands up thing. I don't know, I enjoyed it. That's all I really have to say. Peyton.
I also don't have too much to say just because I'm still really jarred because, okay, confession time, I actually watched the 2011 Music Bank live stage of 2PM's Hands Up last night. So I'm very like jarred right now, but I still enjoyed it. But since there was so much original choreography, I wanted to say a couple of things. The changes in the song style that Anna was just talking about, where it's more grounded and you don't feel like you're gonna just like jump up and down the whole time, are definitely present in the dance. I mean, I said it so many times. For one, there was like actual choreography for the entire song in this version. I'm sure that at some point 2PM also had actual choreography for the entire song at some point, but like I couldn't tell you what it looked like because the choruses are usually just them having a good time, which is like what 2PM is known for on stage. Like they have parties on stage, but it was just so much more grounded and so much more placed. Like if you watch the chorus choreography here, it's so interesting because they're doing a lot of like put your hands up and like hold, and then they move on, and I was like, that's so, yep, there you go, Anna. But it's interesting too because they are from the same company, and so their styles of dancing are more similar than if they were from different companies because they've had like pretty similar training. And also when they train, they practice their like Sunbae songs, so they're like used to performing this sort of thing. And then JYP itself, like anyone that stands the JYP groups knows they all have like pretty goofy personalities anyway, and so it translates on stage even though they've dropped it down and made it more grounded. So it was just very interesting to see. I really enjoyed it though. But also, Anna wants me to say this. When I was like, oh, they left out this part, I'll tell you later. The part they left out, I was waiting for because I knew that it was going to make me uncomfortable if they said it. And it's where usually in Taekyun's second rap verse that they skipped, he goes, or like the fan chant is, "Oppa, 미래도 되지, okay?" And I was like, I was worried that I was gonna say it by accident because I'm used to saying it when I watch the song.
It's so funny.
But I didn't say it, so I don't feel awkward. I feel like I haven't made constructive comments, but I hope you guys enjoy my stream of consciousness that you just got to enjoy. Next!
And now we're watching the second video, which is Stray Kids covering 2PM's Again and Again on 푸르의 명곡 Immortal Songs. And this is from, the end of last year.
Yeah.
December.
Okay, go! Is that Chan?
Oh, of
Do you know
course
what it
it's
reminds me
Chan.
of? Of course it's Chan, but do you know what it reminds me of?
What?
The JYP versus YG from their survival show when he like did the live DJing.
With the beats. Why is there a throne?
2PM Kings? I don't know. Yes, Chan! Oh, because it
It's
matches
so
the back is
angsty.
like a medieval.
Yeah. Granted, Again and Again is a very angsty song to begin with.
But this feels like different angst, you know?
Yeah. This is like tortured.
It's a needle.
Oh.
Oh! You're right, this is like tortured angst.
I love Chungi.
I know.
You're just like stunned in silence right now.
I was wondering how they would pull this sort of thing off because it's so like iconic 2PM Beastly Idols, but they do it really well. That's cool, it's like a fight.
Split into the two sides.
Yeah.
Thrown in the back. Two kingdoms? Fighting? I don't know.
Fight for the throne?
Maybe. It's just like whenever they cut to reaction shots, it's always really jarring.
Yeah. They've been defeated. Literally brought to their knees.
Sorry, I think I'm a little ahead of you, but
On the throne where he deserves.
the fact that his entire rap is just in English though.
Oh, honey.
I also love him.
Oh, that's a good line. Did you see what he said?
What? The Call My Name thing?
The whole, like, that whole last line of his rap.
Oh, the 2000년생?
Yeah, was very much like Han's bravado coming through.
Oh, yes.
It's interesting how they're doing that movement.
Ooh, I'm curious. Please explain in your comments. I get that like black and red is their color scheme too for like Stray Kids, but also I'm just like it fits with like the vibe that they've made the song into as well, like the tortured angst, because for the original version it was like purple and black.
Yeah, I was gonna say like darker, like royal blue, purple. 양정인!
너무 좋아. I'm really sad I couldn't sing along to the song because the timing for our videos got off, so that's also why I like reacted to things before she did.
You squealed, and then I was like, what happened? And then I saw Felix, I was like,
That happened. Peyton, I can go.
I don't have a ton to say, again, because I just know the original so well. I was just telling Anna this though, right before we started filming. It is kind of jarring to see them do this, like just any 2PM song, because the images that they have as groups are so different. Like, so different. And that's not to say they can't do them or pull them off, it's just like, in my head, the way that I think about 2PM is very different than the way that I think about Stray Kids. And I'll let you all do with that what you will.
Look at our 2PM TV versus Recent Rematch.
Anyways, I was saying, oh, that's interesting how they do that. Like, they kept the probably most iconic move from Again and Again, which is the push front. And I was saying, oh, it's so interesting how they do that. And I just checked with the 2PM version because the way they do it is different. When 2PM does it, they're almost like pushing from their back and from their shoulders, and they're like, shoulders are moving with it. Whereas when it showed the close-up of them doing it in the V, just now in the Stray Kids version, they're pushing from their chest. And so it gives it like a different feeling, I guess. And also then I was thinking about it in terms of like the tortured angst, and it's like the breath and like the I'm tortured and like that sort of thing. So the style of dancing changed with the change that they made in the song very appropriately. And I think even just those little changes elevate the performance that much more, because pushing from your back is a lot different than pushing from your chest. But yeah, other than that, like I really was just having such a good time watching it. I forgot I was supposed to be critical. They like did so good, and like I mentioned Jisung's line, Han's line, when I was like, oh, that's such Han bravado, like the part of his rap. But realistically, they all had it. Like they all had that sort of like where the kings were on top, and you need it to pull off a 2PM song. Like you gotta believe that about yourself if you're gonna pull off a 2PM song. So they did a really good job. And I mean, they made JYP smile, so that's like, they've succeeded. All right, that's all I have to say. Anna's turn.
Oh, I have another confession to make.
Oh my god.
No, okay, it's because I regularly watch Immortal Song's performances. You know this. I'm sorry.
Question.
Yes.
I will forgive you after I ask this question. But did you see it when it came out in 2019 because you regularly watch the show, or did you go back and watch it when we did our Stray Kids series?
I watched it before the Stray Kids series, but I did not watch it right when it came out.
Oh, I'll forgive you for that then, because that's just because you watch Immortal songs.
Thank you. So when I watched this, it was before I got to know Stray Kids like super well as I do now. And I will say that when I watched it for the very first time, I really enjoyed it too, because there's always a lot of concerns when idol groups go on Immortal Songs, because Immortal Songs typically focuses a lot more on like vocals and how they rearrange the song than they do on like dance/performance. Typically. But when idol groups go on Immortal Songs, they usually like do what sets them apart from the rest of the contestants on the show, which is the dance and performance. But like Skids did both, so whatever. Like obviously the performance was very different, and they had like a whole storyline that they were telling with like the two kingdoms, groups of people at war, and they used this appearance on the show to highlight their strengths, not just being like, oh, we're good at rapping, singing, performing, with all that incorporated, but like with Chan in the beginning with the laptop, they were showing without like explicitly having to say like, we like remade the song by ourselves. So very smart.
Good job, Chan.
Wow, I have a big fat crush. Whatever. So I feel like I need to stop comments here or else I'm just gonna fangirl about every single moment that I liked. Not that I didn't already.
Okay, well, we're gonna be done then. I'll TLDR for us. TLDR is, to sum it up in Anna's words, oh, we have a big fat crush.
Hey!
Real TLDR. If you can't tell, we really love both 2PM and Stray Kids, and so when you put them together, we're just like in extreme fangirl mode and can barely say anything constructive. So we hope that you enjoyed this because it was really just like a very genuine reaction to these stages, even if Anna had already seen them.
Right, okay.
But we still enjoyed them.
But that being said, if you enjoyed this video, also love Stray Kids, then please leave a like, comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell,
Ding!
and bye!
Bye!